In 1889, and the family had a property at a place called Heimdale, which used to be known as Timbs Crossing, and and they also had another property at Lorraine Park. He first enlisted in the 1st Australian Imperial Force. That was the group of soldiers that they sent over to the First World War, and that was on the 7th of June 1916 in Melbourne. And he was 26 years old and seven months. His brother joined up with him, and they served in the same battalion, which was the 37th. From my own experience in the army, and you make really good mates, and particularly if you've gone off to war, it's such a scary thing that you have to rely very strongly on your mates around you, because they look after you and you look after them. Your mates are the ones who might save your life, and you might save your mates' lives. So you have a really close relationship and good friendship. So, I mean, even though I don't know that he had any friends, I would know from my own experience that you do make very good mates, and he would have had very good mates from his experience. It was the infantry battalion. The infantry just basically was your ordinary foot soldiers. They just had a rifle. Grandpa Arthur Timbs, he was made a corporal at one stage, but it was only a temporary corporal. It wasn't a permanent rank. But they were in a very famous division. I'll put a bit in the notes that I sent to you. 37th Battalion was part of the 10th Brigade, which was part of the 3rd Australian Division, and the general who was in charge of them was Major General Sir John Monash, and he was very famous, and he was in charge of that division from 1916 to 1918. So all the time that Grandpa Timbs was in the 37th Battalion, the general who was in charge of him was Sir John Monash. He left England on the 18th of January 1919. The actual war had finished there was an armistice, it was a ceasefire on the 11th of November 1918. He was very seriously wounded during the war. On the 18th of July in 1918, he was hit by a bullet, a gunshot wound in his left leg, and it did so much damage to his left leg that they actually had to chop his leg off halfway between the knee and the hip, so it was mid-thigh, and they had to chop all that damaged leg off. Politicians will start the wars, and then they leave it to the ordinary men and women who have to fight them.